So Khabib and Conor have finally received their punishment after the long-awaited hearing, and I gotta tell you, I was thinking they were gonna get a lot worse, but they got what they got, and I'm kind of shocked. But we'll talk about it a little bit. But let's talk about this video, and let's give an idea of, does this really matter anymore? So stay tuned, because we're gonna talk about the hearing of Khabib and McGregor at the Nevada State Athletic Commission giving their punishment to them. Hey, what's up everybody? Michael here. Welcome back to another video. And yes, by the title of the video, we're going to talk about Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor getting their punishment for what happened on the night of October, or whatever the fuck that was. But we're going to get to finally hear what happened. So if you guys don't know by now, let me give a quick recap. So Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor fought off at UFC 229. Khabib won by submission, and things took a really big turn when McGregor's team were talking shit, and then Khabib jumped the fence, attacked his team, and then Khabib's guy, whoever that was, I think his cousin, jumped into the octagon and went after McGregor, and McGregor swung first and all that, so things went out really quickly. Now, before we start the video, I just gotta say one thing. I do not promote any acts of violence or anything like that, so please bear with me in this video. That's all I really gotta say. But after much waiting and each men saying they were not going to go to the hearing in this, we finally get to hear what they're going to receive. So Nurmagomedov ultimately got the biggest punishment of the bunch. Even though Conor is kind of equally in fault here, Khabib was the one that ultimately jumped the cage and went outside and causing more of a ruckus. So Khabib eventually was the one that was suffering the most here. Conor really doesn't have much to lose. So this is how it all went down. The Nevada State Athletic Commissions basically said that, okay, you guys messed up, this is your punishment. Khabib now has to get he has a 9-month suspension with $500,000 fine. Now you're probably saying, oh, $500,000, that's nothing, but $500,000 is $500,000. So as for McGregor, even though obviously he was not a big part of the night, he was still in the fault when he attacked and added things to the escalation with the trash talking and what happened in the ring. So he received a 6-month suspension with only $50,000 fine. So McGregor obviously has only half of a year, and then he can get back into the octagon, and he has stated that he wants to get back into it. So McGregor, take this time to train, because you're probably going up against Cowboy Cerrone, and I cannot wait to see if that happens. But as for Nurmagomedov, now you're probably saying, okay, 9-month suspension, no title defense, what are they going to take his title away? Not so fast, because the Nevada State Athletic Commission did say they will reduce his suspension by 3 months, so matching up with Conor, if he makes a PSA video about bullying. Now I said to myself, I said, what? Why? And I thought about it long and hard, and I said to myself, why would they do that? Because technically speaking, Khabib isn't a bully. Maybe they just want to talk about bullying stuff, but like, that's a weird way, because Khabib ultimately was the one getting bullied by McGregor with all the trash talking and all the shit going on. And obviously we all know what happened at that press conference. So what I'm trying to say was, like, shouldn't that have been Conor that should have done the PSA? But obviously Conor is a different type of fighter, let's say that. And Khabib obviously seems like the right guy, because he doesn't seem to do any trash talking or anything. So I can get where they're coming from. And to be fair, if they like the video, then they'll do it, so he has to make sure it's up to their standard, and he has 1 month to do so. Now, as for the guy who jumped the cage, I believe that was his cousin. He received a 1-year suspension, and I believe a $100,000 fine. I am not sure about that figure, but the 1-year suspension, Jesus. So overall, what do I think of this? I think that it's fair play to all of them. They did what they did, they know what they fucked up. So ultimately, it comes down to just the Nevada State just dishing the punishment out. For me personally, I think they both got what they needed. This wasn't a really big incident. Like, yeah, it was big, but it wasn't big to the point where fans were fighting. Well, that could be argued, but like where they punched fans and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying. Khabib ultimately, I feel, will still be champion. Dana White has said if they suspend him for such a period of time, he will strip him. If he does the PSA video and he gets the 6 months, then I don't think he will be stripped. I don't think he should be stripped anyway. Look, he made a big mistake, but again, suspension is more than enough. And as for McGregor, well, McGregor's McGregor. I mean, that's nothing's going to change about him. But again, I love both fighters. I respect both fighters, and mostly I respect Conor just a little more because I love the guy. I've been a fan of him since 2012. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So let's see how this goes, and we'll see what happens, what's next for each fighter. And what else do I think? And what's next for these fighters? What's next for Khabib and McGregor? We'll pick up right there with that question on the next edition of Outside the Cage, Episode 2, with the returning Joe Silverstein. Yes, after much request, I'm bringing Joe back. We are going to do Outside the Cage. I'm going to try to work with him to make this a partner where we will do UFC events once a month or whenever they have the big pay-per-views. We'll recap, talk MMA news. I will try to see if I can get him involved, but I have been neglecting my MMA fans, so I apologize, guys. I'm going to make sure we get into it, and adding Joe on will definitely help. But listen, stay tuned for Friday because you're not going to want to miss that episode. I have a very big announcement, and you're gonna want to watch that episode. So if you don't watch any of my videos already, just watch the one on Friday. Trust me, it will be a podcast style because, again, I respect the privacy of others, and also it will be a little shorter than the last one, but trust me, the wait for this podcast will be worth it. So that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know, what do you think of Khabib and McGregor getting their punishment? Do you think it was fair? It was unfair? Let me know down below. Let me know. As always, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and peace.
No, I can't be responsible. It ain't my fault.